Marxist or economic determinist approach. Karl Marx is a German philosopher, sociologist, and economist who lived from 1818 to 1883. Economic determinism is a theory typically attributed to Karl Marx. Many business leaders and intellectuals of his era considered the masses of poor people as a natural component of society, even suggesting that poverty was divinely ordained as natural. Marx rejected this view and claimed that poverty in the 19th century directly resulted from capitalism, the right to private property, and the control of the means of production by a bourgeois, elite minority. Marx had a unique view of history known as historical materialism. This means that you cannot understand the past by focusing on its people, politics, wars, legal traditions, philosophy, religion, and etc. Instead, according to Marx, history was shaped by the material conditions, how they change over time, and the struggles between those in power and the subjects of their oppression. Central to understanding historical materialism was Marx's economic theory of history, or economic determinism. Marx elevated economics as the main force that shaped a civilization. Therefore, economic determinism meant that society took its shape or was determined by the specific economic structures and relationships in place. Economics defined not just the workplace but also religion, family, law, and every other component of life at a particular time. Marxism. Marxism is a social, political, and economic philosophy named after Karl Marx, which examines the effect of capitalism on labor, productivity, and economic development and argues for a worker revolution to overturn capitalism in favor of communism. Marxism posits that the struggle between social classes, specifically between the bourgeois or capitalist and the proletariat or workers, defines economic relations in a capitalist economy and will inevitably lead to revolutionary communism. What is economic determinism approach? Economic determinism is a theory which states that financial status is the basis at which all other societal arrangements, such as political and social arrangements, are determined. The theory emphasizes that all societies are subdivided into economic classes that are competing to control the political system. The ruling class utilizes its economic power to exert political supremacy. According to Marx, each social mode of production produces the material conditions of its reproduction. That is, ideology, which gathers all the political law and cultural spheres. Thus, ideology permits the mode of production to reproduce itself. Marx did not believe that the same economic rules govern all of history, but that each new era brought with it new economic factors. He believed that the struggle would only end through a revolution that will overthrow the capitalism and install the new system of socialism in which resources are controlled by the states, establishing a classless society. Economic determinism was the foundation of his prediction for the future. A new economic mode of production would, in Marx's view, fundamentally change society. Key takeaways. Marxism is a social, political, and economic theory originated by Karl Marx, which focuses on the struggle between capitalists and the working class. Marx wrote that the power relationships between capitalists and workers were inherently exploitative and would inevitably create class conflict. He believed that this conflict would ultimately lead to a revolution in which the working class would overthrow the capitalist class and seize control of the economy. That's all. Thank you.